right, second grade, this is lesson 2 for this week. We're still working on categorizing and putting different characteristics and things into tables and charts and using data as information. On this lesson, we're looking at what's called a picture graph, where you draw a symbol that represents something and you put it into a graph. So let's take a look over here. Well, first, let's talk about your read, draw, write. So if you want to take a look at the read, draw, write real quick. It says, Gemma is counting animals in the park. She counts 16 robins, 19 ducks, and 17 squirrels. How many more robins and ducks did Gemma count than squirrels? So again, just like you did on lesson 1, I want you to copy down this tape diagram. R and D, that stands for robins and ducks. We have to combine those two. And when you put them together, what are you going to do? You're adding them together. So you have to add 16 robins and 19 ducks. That's step number 1. So go ahead and do that. When you put them together, that is 35. So we have 35 robins and ducks, and we have, from the problem, it tells us 17 squirrels. What's our second step? What do we have to do to figure out this number right here? We have 35 here and 17 here. You have to subtract. So 35 minus 17 equals 18. So your final answer is going to be Gemma saw 18 more robins and ducks than squirrels. And don't be afraid to stop and pause these videos anytime so you can do your work at your own pace. All right, so back to the lesson. So this we're talking about picture graphs, okay? So you're going to have a chart. I'm kind of using the homework helper on this lesson. If you want to look at the homework helper, it's the first page of your homework. Let's see here. It says Central Park Zoo animal classification on your homework helper. How many birds does it have listed in that table? 6. 5 fish, 11 mammals, and 3 reptiles. It gives you this information. Then what it wants you to do is go put it over into a picture graph. So I'm going to show you how we build a picture graph. This is the title, animal classification, okay? And you need to go down here and put your labels, and they need to be in the same order as your table up here so it makes sense. So we're going to do birds, fish, mammals, I'm just going to put mam period for short, and reptiles, and I'm just going to put rep period for short. Okay? Now, this is an art class, so we can't draw pictures of birds. That would take too long. In math, we want to use something fast to keep track of our data. So something fast that's really easy to draw would be a circle. So how many circles do you think I'm going to draw for birds? Look up here at our chart. 6 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many fish am I going to draw? Now we're not going to draw pictures of fish. We need to just do circles, remember. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Mammals, wow, we have to draw a lot of circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then reptiles is over here, just 3 reptiles in our table. And this is a picture graph. Then you should be able to answer questions using your picture graph. It looks like a lot of information, but really you just have, you're going to take your chart here just like I did. It gives you this information, and then you're going to fill in circles, okay? So what do you think your title is going to be of your chart? It's the same title right here. Favorite mammals, you can put favorite mammals. Down here, these are where you're going to put your animals. So you're going to put tiger, panda, snow leopard, and gorilla. And then how many circles are you going to draw for tiger? It tells you right here, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're creating your own picture graph in this lesson. And then it says down on D, write and answer your own comparison questions based on the data. So this is the data. These are all your numbers where you'd have. Let's look up here and think of let's think back here at this lesson. What's a comparison question we could ask ourselves? I know. How many more birds than fish are at the Central Park Zoo. So that would be a question, so I would write that. This is what they mean by comparison questions on your homework on D. How many birds then fish are there? So that's your question, or Q. And your answer is there are 6 birds and 5 fish. So there is one more bird. There's one more bird. And that's your answer. So anytime they want you to do a comparison question, you have to use the data, use the numbers, and come up with your own questions. Yeah, I think that's about it on lesson 2. If you guys have any questions, you can get a hold of me. Like I said, email me and let me know. Let me take a look really quick at the problem set. Yeah, problem set and the homework are very similar. All right, thanks guys.